the dandyish media mogul. On this occasion, Frankel had on his shoulder a hooded goshawk. "It's also having a fabulous holiday," he quipped. Olduvai nodded but did not smile. Archbishop Byron Arnold Jones Sims flew in half an hour before the ceremony was scheduled to begin to walk perfumed among the gathering crowds, permitting his hand to be kissed at 6-meter intervals. The Archbishop also permitted himself a few words with Wolfgang Frankel, along the lines of the world being too much with us late and soon. So we must try to make it a better world. And still the sun shone, and still the sky darkened over the northern hills, and still the band played on the landing stage, as did a classical quartet in the vast hospitality hall and a pop group in the place of ceremonies. Fountains also played. In the cinema, erected for the occasion, Sweetness and Life Belts, the latest movie to be made from a Baywater novel, was playing. The increasing throng of guests moved between these landmarks, stopping at champagne bars or seafood rotundas or little souvenir stalls or carousels on the way. The guests chattered among themselves, on the whole remaining with their own groups, sometimes calling out with artificial cries of delight to friends newly encountered. The air was full of the tinkle of voices and glasses. One of the outstanding guests, who had stationed himself at a table by the rotunda of regal relaxation, was a large, heavily built man known only by the name Gabo. Gabo wore a white suit, lavishly decorated with gold lapels and the starburst of the IGO-EU, the International Golden Order of the European Union. Gabo Laboratories had invented the ambient, the world's first cohesive intercommunication system. In consequence, Gabo was wealthy enough now to be known only by his solitary, absurd sobriquet, although he had been born humble Martin Richter in a small town in Lower Saxony. Wealthy enough now, as one commentator put it, to buy the Louvre with the Mona Lisa thrown in. His amusement was to fund rather bad movies. The film Lovesick in Lent was collecting adverse critiques this very week. Consorting with Gabo was Kazim Durando, the director of the aforesaid Lovesick in Lent, of whom it had been said that he was reptilian enough to make Komodo dragons renounce the name of reptile. Gabo sat poised and highly polished, as if a part of his chair, his sleek dark hair gleaming, with his inseparable companion, Obagi. Obagi was a tall, faceless robot or android, for which Gabo used the term, when he used it at all, of randroid. Obagi was reputedly extremely intelligent and usually spoke for Gabo, just as he was speaking now with the cordial Wolfgang Frankel. Frankel was drinking champagne. Obagi had a glass before him, but did not drink.
"Weddings must be endured,"
Obagi said. His voice came from somewhere deep within him. He had no mouth to move.
"Endurance is fine. It is enjoyment which is oppressive. I fortunately do not have to pursue enjoyment."
Wolfgang gave a rather forced laugh, and the goshawk stirred on his shoulder. For this occasion, the star German media man wore a parody of an 18th-century satin costume, gleaming in silver. "Enjoyment certainly helps to pass the time." The randroid intoned,
"I am unaware of the passage of time."
Gabo had not spoken until now. He made a rare interjection.
"As long as one is aware one is living on a largely criminal planet, enjoyment is rather a limited occupation. Don't you agree, Obagi?" "One sees everywhere a pretense at enjoyment."
"Oh, forget gloom, you two," exclaimed Wolfgang. "Gloom is out of fashion in our benevolent superstate. Why, I have been talking to the fiendishly clever Paulus Strohmeyer, who even now, if I understand him correctly, is inventing a new form of mathematics which will produce equality for rich and poor."
"He only invents rules. Strohmeyer is like an android,"
said Obagi, austere as ever.
"I mean one of the separate species of android."